Alrighty, traders, welcome. We're going to do the wrap up here a little bit late since we had a busy night last night, but this is the June 5th, Wednesday update on our portfolio. So we're going to keep it short. We'll go through some charts. We are next day here, so the charts are a little bit updated with what's going on, but there's really been nothing happening in the market so far here on Thursday. But let's give you the Wednesday, June 5th update on the portfolio. We're going to talk about the Income Navigator portfolio, the Active Trader portfolio. Then we're going to look at some charts, come up with some ideas for trading. So we're going to give you at least 3 to 5 takeaway ideas for new trades in here. All right, so let's go ahead and share the screen and let's just jump into it. So great day that we had in our portfolio. I'll take my picture off the screen so you guys can see the whole thing, but great day in the portfolio on the 5th. Here now, Delta did drop a bit since the markets moved up. So we had the markets moving up on the session and a nice day back towards new highs in some of the indexes. 339 on the Delta, which is 0.07%. So we're very Delta neutral here completely. We dropped a little bit in Theta to 1490, again, with VIX pretty much being just dead and buried at the 12-ish to 13-ish range. Nothing going on there. So 0.3%, still not bad for where we are on the VIX. Net lick 502,873. That would represent, again, another new all-time high. But as the markets are making new all-time highs, we should be making new all-time highs as well. So as long as the markets are doing it, we should definitely be doing it. And when the markets aren't doing it, we should still be doing it. Looking at our net lick there, and then our BP usage dropped to 348,602, which is back into the 50s, so 59%. So we're getting close to being able to put some new trades back on. Most of the volatility here is wrapped up in oil. So our CL contracts, as oil's been dropping significantly for the last week or two, as oil drops, volatility in oil goes up, and some of our naked puts are chewing up an incredible amount of buying power, but it's all good. We're just gonna let our plan trade out, and we're making money either way. So we're in good shape. But we did manage to book another $6,400. So right now we're having a phenomenal week. We've booked over $11,000 in gains. We're approaching one of the best weeks we've ever had trading, and our best week was just 2 weeks ago. We're trying to push that right now. We'll see. It's now Thursday. If we could close some trades today for winners, that might put us over the hump or get us doggone close. But where did we get $640 worth of gains? Let's take a look at what we closed here. So we closed 2 trades on the session. The first thing we did was we closed an Aussie dollar strangle. Fantastic. 50% winner, 40 days in trade, $1,400. That was great. Then we also, on one of our 112 trades, we closed the naked puts for 95% premium capture, booking almost $5,000, $4,980. So that was fantastic. So when we look at the overall month of May, we've got $4,900 in long-term 112 gains, $4,200 on our XL 112. We've got $1,400 worth of futures strangles, and then $640 worth of 0 DTE winning trades. So we're 6-0 on the month for trades, putting us at almost 91% win rate for the year. So out of 173 trades, we've won 157 of those. We expect our win rate to be in the 90s, so nothing surprising there. But in good shape, and we are not far from our goal for the month of 15 grand, and we're only in week number 1. So great stuff, new all-time highs. We're now up 22% on the year through Wednesday the 5th here. Now, I'm talking to you live here on Thursday. We're only at 11:20 in the morning, so we're early, but I can tell you that we're smashing through a new all-time high today. We're having a huge update on the P&L. So anyway, 22% for the year so far, where the S&P is up 13%. We're smashing it, having a great year. We're up now at 4.2% in realized gains for the year, and 3.5% on our net lick, but that's going to definitely change today. So there's where we are. I also wanted to share with you what's going on over in the active trader service. Just on my trades, I know Gabe's over there and he's doing his futures trades and his butterfly trades, scalping NASDAQ and ES. So he's doing some great things over there. Igor's got a good number of winning trades between his his debit spreads and his butterfly trades, doing great. Here's where I have been since really tracking this since the beginning of April. So we're now almost 2 months in to the service. And we started with a smaller account, so these trades were all sized appropriately back then. But we've now put on 20 trades. We've won 18 of those trades. And yesterday we closed another one on Palantir. So we booked that trade in 5 days, knocking out about 1% return on margin in just 5 days. So that's fantastic. If you really think about it, these returns are unbelievable for the time periods that we're in. So we're technically averaging somewhere in the neighborhood of, I think, 7 days in most of these trades in active trader. And we're averaging about 2.8% return on margin. So I think you can't beat that, averaging 3%. And, we could look at the average. Let's see, let's make sure we got it right. So this is Q, yeah. About 11 days in trade. So I'm off a little bit. So we're averaging about 11 days in trade. So we're making about 3% every 11 days. Okay, pretty good rate of return in active trader. Obviously, that's ahead of where we are in the Income Navigator service, but active trader takes a lot more risk, mostly stocks, and we're active trading and swing trading a bit more in there. Anyway, if you're interested in that, there's a whole separate service for that. But let's skip that and let's just get right back into the charts and take a look at where things are. Now we're coming to you live on Thursday morning a bit, so things might be a little bit off from yesterday. But overall on the ES, you can see we had a pretty good update yesterday. New all-time high, so we will update this to 53.73.25 on the new all-time highs, which we just set here. I believe that's the high for today. So yeah, we new all-time high set on the ES here. MACD has been improving daily. RSI is moving. We concentrate mostly on the weekly charts. MACD has been improving. RSI has been improving. We're getting close to, again, overbought territory, but this thing could probably go a bit further here as we start to break out. Struggling today, getting through this resistance, but we'll see what happens on ES. Is there a trade in there right now? Well, I consider to stick with the 112 trades. There's no strangle trade set up here, but I think 112 set up well here. Ratio spread set up well here, and we're going to keep doing some of the campaign naked put trades between the leaps and the 120-day trades. All right, if we take a look at oil now, oil had a nice rebound day yesterday. So pretty good rebound day on the day yesterday, and we're continuing that rebound today. Is it a bit of a bearish engulfing candle? Maybe not technically, but pretty doggone close yesterday. Good reversal potential. Today, getting some follow through. MACD and RSI starting to tick up on the daily. And a huge hammer candle here on the weekly. This really could, right at the 200-day moving average. I like where oil is setting up. I called it to the members when we hit the 3 ATR that I think this was a great spot to get in on some trades, especially 112 trades. I think set up really, really well down here. Even though we're in a downtrend, I do like the risk-reward ratio that we have. So 112 trades on oil, I think set up. Strangles do not set up. Well, I'm sorry, Strangles don't set up perfectly, but they're not bad. So you could probably do a strangle on oil in here. I don't think that's the worst trade. So I think Strangles, especially with volatility being where it is, I might look at Strangles. So 112s and Strangles on oil so far. Let's take a look at bonds. What are bonds doing? Bonds have had a fantastic bounce breakout of the downtrend channel. and a huge breakout here. Today we have the 221 moving average breaking up over the 50, very bullish. Both of those getting close to the 200 on the daily. And if we look back here over on the weekly, we are back above the 21-day moving average, heading to the 50. Might find a little bit of resistance there, somewhere around the 100, the 120 mark. That's also where the 3 ATR is. So I think bonds have had a great run. I wouldn't be surprised to see them take a little bit of a breather here, but overall, I think this is really great for our positions. We've got Strangles running. We've got 112s running. We've got naked puts running in here, all doing well. And I think, right now, there's no strangle opportunity in bonds. It doesn't set up right for that. However, I think 112 trades, not a bad spot for those here. But what I'm going to do is I want to see us maybe take a little bit of a break and come back to maybe the 117-ish area, somewhere in there. If we could take a little bit of a break, come back, maybe even retest the downtrend channel, I think that would set us up well for bonds. So right now, not a whole lot in bonds, but it is nicely bullish here. I'm still very, very bullish in bonds overall. Is the bottom in? I don't know, but I think we are doggone close to being able to say that maybe the bottom is in. We've definitely got what looks like a new higher high, and a higher low potentially here. So higher high, higher low, now a new higher high. So this thing could be starting its move. I think getting long bonds is not the worst thing. I'd like a pullback, but you don't need one necessarily. All right, if we're taking a look at gold, I had a good day yesterday, breaking back above. It's just been like moderating along this bit of the 21 moving average, and you've been in this tight range now for really 2 weeks. And now yesterday, nice move up off of the trend line. So it's a bit of an ascending wedge, and you're breaking through the resistance here. I think this sets up well for a potential next step up in gold. Now, what kind of trades? I don't think, again, Strangles are still a good trade, but I do think 112s, which don't always set up well in gold, or ratio spreads, naked puts, things like that. I think those aren't bad. The Aussie dollar, we closed a trade on here, but we still have more running. And breaking through this downtrend, it's a lot of sideways action here. You're in a tight squeeze. Really a lot of sideways action. I think Strangles still set up really well in the Aussie dollar, so I would still be doing Strangles, but I think you could be looking at 112 trades as well. I think the euro, you could say almost the exact same thing. Getting a little bit bullish here, but overall not too bad. You could do a strangle. I don't think that's the worst trade in the world, but we're starting to get away from it a bit. But I think, like a 112 trade or something sets up there. In RTY, I'm skipping NASDAQ. RTY, I love where we are for a potential strangle in RTY. I also do like this bullish potential setup here for some 112 trades, but I'd probably stick to Strangles there more than anything. All right, so there's a good handful of potential futures plays. I told you I'd give you at least 3 or 4. I think that's 5 or 6. I look at the core 4, ES, oil, ZB, bonds, and gold, GC. I think those all have opportunities for trades in them. Bonds, I'd like to see a little bit of a chill out, but I'm not too upset with what we're doing there. Also yesterday for our members, we put on a new style trade in the Income Navigator service. And I don't really love stocks. It's not my thing because I think stocks are too volatile on an individualized basis. But I did share a bit of potential trades, a little longer term. I think longer term for stocks sets up a little bit better as an opportunity, but we did pick a trade on AMD. This is the covered spread strangle, okay, trade that I was sharing with members yesterday. So it's the covered spread strangle. It's out there a little ways, so you're looking out, really 2 to 3 months in time. for this particular trade, but we did enter it on AMD. I do like the setup on AMD here. I think MACD is trying to move higher, RSI on the daily, but really the weekly is where we want to focus our time. And you can see RSI has been rising or sideways. MACD has been rising. We are in a squeeze, and we're above the 21 EMA, which is above the 50, which is above the 20. So everything is stacked, and it's a bit of a bullish run. So I do like where AMD is. We did enter a trade in AMD yesterday, and yes, what everybody on the internet posts, I did a trade on Palantir, not because I'm following everybody else, but because it happened to set up really well for the covered spread strangle. I don't know, we'll have to name it something else. It's hard to even say that. But Palantir looks super bullish on the day. This trade we put on yesterday is now up 21% since yesterday afternoon. So fantastic trade. Weekly bullish reversals, everything moving higher, breaking above the 21, and the daily breaking out. Now you're breaking the downtrend line a bit, and maybe it's not drawn perfectly here, but you know, we're looking to break this downtrend. Let's extend this out. Okay, here, but nice support down here, right around 20.25, something like that. You know, breaking above the 21 EMA, I think Palantir just set up so nicely for this particular trade that we put it on yesterday. So we're up on both of these trades today, 21% in Palantir in just 24 hours on this particular trade setup. You want to learn more about that particular trade? Feel free to join us in the Discord as well. We'll share our technical analysis with you. I'm sharing some of that with you here on YouTube, but you really don't get what plays we're doing, how to manage those particular trades. New all-time highs in active trader, new all-time highs in income navigator. We're nearly at our price goal target for the month of June already, and it's only the 6th. Netlick, I'm just looking at it right now. Fantastic day today, new all-time high. So great stuff. I want to get this video out. Yes, it's from last night, but I did put out the 10 commandments of trading video last night for you. I wanted to update yesterday's trades because we did have another great day in there. We'll try to get tonight trades out. We've got Kenny Chesney in concert tonight, so be hanging with Kenny. So we may not get our end of day wrap up in today, but we'll catch it up for you in the morning. All right, everybody have a great rest of your day, great rest of your evening. If this video is helpful to you, please click the like button and help me out. That's what you can do if you find some value. And if you're not a subscriber on YouTube, click the subscribe button. Check that out. Also, we'll be doing another podcast today with Tony Rehan, Tony from Mexico. So the Trading Titans podcast today with Tom and Tony. We'll be doing that this afternoon. We'll get that out to you as well. Some pretty cool stuff in there. We're going to talk about markets. We're going to talk about NVIDIA. We're going to talk about what we're seeing right now, how to play some different things. So I think you'll find a lot of value in that. Look for that later today from both myself and Tony putting that out. All right. Have a great rest of your evening, folks. Take care. Bye-bye.